Do 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 do. Oh my God! He's gone professional. He's got the huge iPad Pro. Yeah, it's just still a media consumption device. iPad Pro. I don't know if you could really call this device pro because it's not a productivity tool. You could say you could professionally bum around with it, but like watching Netflix or something like that. But anyway, it is a nice big display, 13-inch or 12.9. This video is not about medium format, by the way, but there's a person online, I think everybody knows who it is, and I'm not actually singling him out, but this is just so insanely stupid, it just makes me wonder, how is this person making a fortune telling people the most insane nonsense? Like if you took the dumbest photo advice on YouTube, it looks brilliant compared to this. So we'll just call this person, I don't know, let me think of an alternate name to protect that person's identity. Ren Cockwell. There we go, Ren Cockwell. I think that hides it pretty well. Anyway, the article just came out, and I would never read this stuff, but someone pointed me to it, and I was like reading it for gits and shiggles. That's right, I said gits and shiggles. It's comparing the GFX image output to the Nikon Z7 and some sort of Canon turd muffin of some variety. And all he's doing is comparing JPEGs, which is fine if someone wants to do that. I don't give a damn who shoots JPEGs. However, buying a GFX and only shooting JPEGs is like some really, really rich, stupid person buying a Lamborghini and only driving at 20 miles an hour to get milk going back and forth to the grocery store. Like, well, that's not too smart. Did you need a Lamborghini for that? No, but I get my milk in style. Anyway, so this person references in the article, which just came out, an updated article that he wrote from 2008 about why he shoots JPEGs and not RAW. And it's like, well, people could say, well, the article that he points to in this modern article is 2008. Yeah, but he keeps pointing to it, so it means he still approves of it, and he's updated it since it was written. So I just wanted to get your opinion on how incredibly ignorant this is, and it reaches epic levels of mental midgetry that I have not seen before. Here, let me see. But since I shoot every day for a living, and I know how to get the great results I need directly in camera, I don't fiddle with RAW. Well, it is the case that if you're like taking headshots of school children, or some other sort of banal work, you know, JPEGs are sufficient, but that is an invalid argument for your position. This is also, too, by the way, regarding medium format, the stuff that I hear the most, which is so incredibly stupid. And it's okay to be stupid. What's stupid is not saying stupid stuff. What is stupid is when someone is corrected, it's like, no, you're wrong, and here's why you're wrong. And they still stick with the stupid. That is true stupidity. Because people will say, well, you know, I look at these images of the GFX files online, and you know they're just not that impressive. They don't look any better than my D850. It's like, what are you looking at exactly? Are you looking at like a full 300 megabyte TIFF file, which they never are? They never are. It's like, no, I'm looking at a JPEG image. I just blew it up to 100. It's like, that's a JPEG image. I ain't gonna tell you the actual output of a GFX camera. I mean, that's just crazy. So anyway, this is this person's argument. Getting back to it, for why you shouldn't be shooting RAW, because this guy is a self-proclaimed professional. If you just brought, I'm starting to sound like the guy with the big fluffy hair that's always complaining about this person, but I mean, I'm completely on his side about this, because this is incredibly stupid. If you just bought a new camera, you won't be able to open up the files until you update your computer software. What he's actually trying to refer to is Adobe Creative Cloud, either Photoshop or Lightroom. When a new camera drops, it's usually like 3 to 4 weeks before the RAW is supported, but every camera has their own software that you can immediately, of course, convert the RAW files into big-ass TIFFs, and then you could work with them with anything. So this statement by this person is not only insane, it's ignorant, and it's just blathering stupidity. Let me continue on with this absurd nonsense. Poppycock, twaddle, codswallop. I love English insults. They're so awesome. Worse, many new cameras come out a week before the camera maker software is updated. And if you use the software by Adobe, Apple, or others, you may have to wait weeks till there's an update. Well, that's true, but I already said there's a workaround from that. This means you won't be able to open up your files today with your new camera if you didn't shoot JPEGs. So, in other words, this person's position is that there's not RAW support for 2 to 3 weeks. And this is a reason why you shouldn't shoot RAW files. If you use Photoshop or Adobe Camera Raw, you just might have to buy the newest version of Photoshop. God forbid you're a working professional and you need to actually subscribe to the Creative Cloud suite. And you don't have to. You could use Capture One. You could use whatever the hell you want. You're not stuck to Adobe. Since Adobe doesn't update older versions to read the files from newer cameras, well, that's true. But no one said you had to buy Adobe. I've gone, and there's never going to be a replacement for Photoshop. It ain't never going to happen. There are replacements for Lightroom. Lightroom, however, has many interfaces which speed up mass processing, stuff that Capture One does not have yet. And by the way, Capture One is the best for processing Fujifilm RAW files. That's not my opinion, it's a fact. That's because Fujifilm and Capture One, i.e. Phase One, work together on that. And that's why the output is so incredibly good. It's actually the best for Fuji RAW files, but we're not talking about Fujifilm specifically. Ha ha ha, Photoshop is so good I've seen no need to update from CS2, which came out like 1 billion years ago. So this guy claims he's a working professional, but he's too cheap to pay $20 a month to upgrade to the latest version of Photoshop / the Creative Cloud for Photoshop and Lightroom. So you're a working professional and you're testing this $6,500 camera. In this case, actually, it's a GFX 50R, $4,500. But you're saying you don't have the money, and he never buys this stuff. He borrows it. There's all these test examples. This is where the article really screws the pooch. There's going to be a lot of people out there, and this is where I'm going to stick up for Fujifilm. Because this person, I'm going to use his alias name now, by the way, once again, Ren Cockwell. There are going to be a lot of people that don't know that much about photography. So I was at Ren Cockwell's website, and it shows right here that, that goddamn $4,500 camera don't look any better than that Nikon Z7. It's like, that guy's showing you cropped images from a JPEG! It's not even showing you the RAW. Anybody with 5 brain cells that has looked at either a full-blown 300 megabyte average TIFF file from a GFX or a RAW file has done the same. Oh my God, look at that shit. That's amazing. So there's all these people, because this guy's really popular, even though he's incredibly unintelligent, that are looking at this site. It's like, yeah, this guy's right. You know, those images. It's like, he's not showing you the potential. It's like saying a Chevrolet drives as nice at 20 miles an hour as a Lamborghini does when you're going to get milk. You know, you're not actually seeing the potential of both of those cars. You try to like crank it up to 100, the Chevrolet will take a shit on itself and drool. The Lamborghini, that's where a Lamborghini starts to purr. I mean, that's where it starts to purr. The Chevrolet will take a shit on itself. So, hey, Mr. Ren Cockwell, why don't you actually show the RAW files of both of those cameras? Well, actually, there's 3. The GFX 50R, the Z7. He's just showing you blown up images from he admits they're JPEG images. Okay. Here's another really insane statement from his article. If you're shooting action, RAW doesn't work. Where the hell did you pull that from? Let me repeat that statement. If you're shooting action, sorry about that, sorry. If you're shooting action, RAW doesn't work. You'll fill an 8 gig card faster. 8 gigs? Who the hell is shooting 8 gig cards? Cards are so cheap. I say, this is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. You're like, well, that's an article from 2008. Well, he keeps revising it. And he keeps pointing to it as the reason why you shouldn't be shooting RAW. I don't shoot RAW. This is exactly what he says. I don't shoot RAW and I'm a professional. I know how to get the shiznits out of my JPEG. You know, it's like I get like shoot JPEGs and I get the shiz out of my pictures. And this is the reason why I don't need to shoot RAW. Why would I dick around with that stuff? You know, I mean, damn. Why? Really? What sort of ignorant, unintelligent, childish supposition is this? Sir, not meaning you, I'm talking about this guy. I never shoot RAW, he says. Why would I? RAW is a waste of time and space. Really? Yeah. No, you know what is a waste? What would be a waste? And I don't give a damn what anybody shoots. I really don't. What would be a waste? And he never buys these cameras. He's just no different than the people on YouTube that rent them for a week and then return them. What would be a waste is if you spent $4,500 on a camera and only shot JPEGs. It's just the complete opposite of what this guy just said. RAW is a waste of time and space. Yeah, well, shooting JPEGs on a medium format camera is a waste of time and money. It's stupid. It's as dumb as buying a $180,000 Lamborghini or whatever the hell a nice one costs and only driving at 20 miles an hour to pick up milk. Knuckle dragon fool. Not you, this guy. And the RAW doesn't look any better. Oh my God. The RAW doesn't look any better than JPEG. Even when you can... he actually talks throughout this article. I shiz you not. I didn't want to cut. He talks about RAW in this article as if it were like some sort of, hidden Egyptian tomb with a magic lock. You know, one of those Indiana Jones sort of thing where you got to balance rocks and there's arrows shooting at you and you got to jump over big pits and poisonous snakes and spiders. Like, he's talking about RAW files like they're the first Indiana Jones. He's got to jump over and the poisonous arrows and all that shit. It's like, he literally talks like a RAW file is like getting that gold idol at the end of the dangerous tunnel. It's so stupid! Stupid! I'm sorry. This guy's making a fortune and these people are like, yeah, I believe that, man. Look at it. Ren Cockwell's got pictures. He got pictures right here. He is showing you flat out, mind you, that these images, the Z7 and the GFX are the same. Now he's showing you cropped images of JPEGs. Breathe. Breathe. Well, I got to tell you, that is a really intelligent critter. You know, I'm sure he was not dropped more than 10 times on his head when he was younger, because that is some intelligent conclusions. I got to tell you what right now. I myself would have concluded the same thing. I wouldn't have. Am I being too critical in this video? I don't think I am. Because if I had said those things in a video and I looked like I was serious about it, you all would have ripped my head off. You would have. And I would have deserved it. Mic drop.